All right, folks, we're back here, getting ready to go live, ready to go back green flag racing. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but we're back here, I think. Yep, this is Dega. We're back green flag racing here. Sorry about that. Had a technical error, but we're back here. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back live. Apologies. I'm not exactly sure what just transpired there that caused that. Because I never lost internet here, but it sure as heck lost it when, oh. They sure as heck lost it for a second on my end. The title should be updated. It defaultly set to that. So let me check the stream title. Yes, it should say, Inspired Racing League, Inspired Racing Speedway. We'll go ahead and fix some of this, but, welcome back, folks. Sorry about that. I am not too sure exactly what happened. Okay. We're back. I'm not sure why that happened. But anyways, nonetheless, we're back here live at Talladega. Thomas Henderson showing the way here, folks. In that number 77 machine. Currently leading us here at Talladega. Let me go ahead and, this. Add this. And we are back. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So we are back here live at Talladega. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know what exactly transpired there. It just kind of poofed. But we are back. We are back live. So, as we continue here, folks, as you see, Thomas Hernandez out front of this one with the 40 of Jason Williams behind him. Single file racing all the way back to Hadaway in 6th. So, we are back here doing what we can. As you see, Hadaway still fighting on that outside line with one car behind him, seeing what they can do to possibly work their way up to the front. But right now, it's all Thomas Hernandez out front, seeing what he could do. Hadaway up to side by side with third, with the laps ticking down early. 36 laps to go till the end of this thing. Still a lot of racing to go to determine who's going to win as that outside line start to connect a little bit more. So we will have to wait and see as the laps tick down. As you see, they start to break up a little bit now. Going 3 wide back there with Hadaway, as you see back here. Oh, wow. Big push from Rob Wilhoit in the 15, pushing Hadaway. So we'll have to see what happens. And caution is out. Caution is out. What happened? Let's take a look. Let's go to where it actually happened here. Caution is out. I don't think it happened, though. think it happened up a little bit. Um, uh, let's see where I find out this thing starts. Yeah. And it happens a little bit up further, actually. As you see, oh no, that's the 46 car. 46 car. Let's find the 40. Abandoned car. All right. Let's see what happened. Okay. So here is 88. We got the 88. We got the 43. Got the 43 somewhere. Let's see what happened here. It all starts. All right, it starts right there, guys. Sorry, I had to find it. So you got and Chris Leota and 48 car. Looks like they get together here. Because netcode and get together, and everybody goes around. Multiple drivers involved, like a Fisher. A lot of drivers involved here. So we'll go to a different angle here so you can see it a little bit better. As you see, going into turn number 1 here, they just get together, they stack up, and the back of the field is involved. Almost everybody in the back of the field is involved. So, wow. So, looked like to be a victim of netcode, possibly, is what caused that. As they never actually made contact, it looked like. It looks like they were side by side, and netcode got the best of them and turned the 48 around, and unfortunately, he has damage now. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here, folks. I want to say sorry about the broadcast cutting out. Again, I'm not sure what happened there, as everything was good on my end. Quality was good, connection was good, and everything. It just iRacing, just my internet decided to spaz out. Not too sure what happened there. So we got fixed though. We're back live over here, and we're going again. So we'll keep you in the loop, and hopefully no more issues. As we continue here, folks, you know what happened? Wes, what happened? Wes, what happened? What do you mean you know what happened? Now I'm curious. What do you mean, Wes? I hope somebody knows what happened. I don't know what happened. We'll have to wait and see what Wes has happened, because on my end at least, everything died. It it wasn't just a stream. iRacing was dying, everything was dying. So we'll have to wait and see what Wes has happened. But I don't know. Weird part is I maintain connection with YouTube. I maintain connection with Discord, and yeah, so we'll wait and see. So we'll have to wait and see as everybody. So as we see here, the 42 of Josie White up front here, getting ready to go double file. So we will wait and see what happens here. Currently lap number 62. It is Josie White on the inside, Maxwell Tigner on the outside, Jason Williams second row inside, and Daniel Lehman second row outside. We'll have to wait and see what's going to come of this one. Oh, okay. I was just reading what his iRacing name was. It says Joe, and then he has a C and White, so I was reading that. But yeah, if it's Joe White, I'll call him that. That's my apologies. So as we get ready to go green flag racing here, coming to the trioval and coming to the restart zone here, folks, getting ready to go green flag racing. Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. And they are off on lap 64 of 94. 30 laps left in this one. And Jason Williams on the bumper of Joe White here. The outside being led by Maxwell Tigner. See what he can do. Maxwell being pushed by Daniel Lehman in the 10 car. Have to wait and see what happens here. Here comes Cade Cannon behind him. As you see, they make an early lead and jump to the bottom as soon as they can. So now they lead on the inside line here. Good racing going on here with 65 laps completed. 30 laps to go officially here now. Caution is out. Caution is out. For the 9th time tonight. Let's see what happened. Looks like we have an issue here with some cars. And let's see if we can find it. I seen the 29 car, that being Ty Mosley. Yes, it looks like Ty Mosley involved in an incident. Let's see what happened here. Ty Mosley in the number 29. Coming down the racetrack. Oh, wow. Let's slow that down. I didn't realize I fast forwarded that quick. Ty Mosley coming down the racetrack into Elijah Fisher and going around and into Ty Stone and collecting the 43, that big, the 43 car of Mike Hauser. Gets it back straight. What happened there? Unsure there. So Ty Stone unfortunately involved in that. Let's see what happened to the 20 car. 20 car was also involved in that, I think. So let's see what happened to him. 20 car riding the outside wall here. Looks like, yeah. Like he just kind of gets involved and it gets collected there, tags the wall and hard into that outside safer barrier. So unfortunately, not what you want to see here at Talladega. Bring out the 9th caution of the night. So unfortunately, those drivers are going to have to make repairs and see if they can get back out there. With that said, it is lap 66 crossing the stripes here. We will wait and see what happens. As we continue here to get ready for the final 30 so laps It's definitely going to be interesting. Now, Maxwell Tigner out front here. Daniel Lehman, second. Joe White, third. Jason Williams, fourth. Bobby Hadaway in fifth. Jackson Hadaway in seventh. So wait and see what happens here, folks. Got some driver cams, actually. I didn't forget about those. I just wanted to make sure my network was good and wasn't having issues. Let's go ahead and pull out these driver cams here. Looking at your broadcast here. We'll go ahead and bring out these driver cams. We got two drivers here. We got the number, who we got? We got the number 12 of Tyler Stone and the 15 of Rob Wilhoit. So we'll go ahead and pull these guys up. There we go. So as you see, look like Ty's webcam is a little scrunch. See if we can fix that a little bit. I don't know how well I can fix that, but there you go. It's a little bit better. So as you see these drivers getting ready to go back green flag racing, I didn't forget about the driver cams. I just wanted to make sure our broadcast was good. So getting ready to go back green flag racing here. So unfortunately, hopefully Ty Stone does not have an issue with his cam being a little shrunk right now. I'll get that fixed sooner or later. But for now, it works. So these two drivers currently in the back, hopefully hoping to make a hard charge to the front. We'll have to wait and see. Ty Stone actually involved in that latest incident. So we'll have to see what happens here. As they get ready to go double file here. We will get ready to go back green flag racing here, folks. Gotta take those driver cams off. Awesome to see those. So, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Side by side, Maxwell Tigner and Daniel Lehman up front. Have to wait and see what happens. See how the restart goes. Nice, calm for the storm. We'll be going officially green on lap number 68. Be officially the lap we go back green flag on. So less than 30 laps to go till the end of this thing. Let's see what happens here. It's time to lay it all out there to see who takes the win here at Talladega. Coming to the restart zone to go back green flag racing. Here we go, green flag in the air. We're back underway here at Talladega with Maxwell Tigner getting a good restart. But we will have to wait and see what happens here as Maxwell Tigner out front and Joe White jumping to the outside here. So as we continue, oh no, Jason Williams makes contact, and that's gonna cut. Oh no! Wow. Well, yeah, we seen that happen. Let's ride with Jason Williams to see what exactly transpired there, as that happened quick. As you see, it all starts up here with Jason Williams and the 52 of Bobby Hadaway. Let's take a look and see what happened. As you see, the 10 car, that being Daniel Lehman, comes down, gets Williams loose, Jason Williams loose, as you see, it gets him loose by Daniel Lehman coming down. Williams goes down the track into Hadaway. And then, as we see, Hadaway goes down the track here. See if we can get a better angle on this. There we go. Hadaway goes down the track, comes back up, causes the 9 car to check up. So it causes the 9 car to check up and move out of the way. And the 70 car gets hit in the rear, goes around, and unfortunately there, the rest is history. We'll go ahead and ride with that 70 car. That is Justin Greenlee here. Goes around, gets in the 88. Looks like everybody else dodges for the most part, but unfortunately, Justin Greenlee and getting the short end of the stick on that one. So we will see what happens here as drivers go down pit road. So we will wait and see what happens here, folks. Go ahead and look. We didn't talk about it earlier today, but let's go ahead and look at your current top 5 in points. Looks like is not a good day for the point series if you're a cup driver. All of them off track here tonight. Talladega being ruthless to the points runners in the top 5. Definitely have to see how the points shake out after this one. So we'll have to wait and see how the points shake out after this one. But with that said, with that said, currently your leader in the number 42, that's Joe White. I got told he may be a candidate for the hard charger, and that sure may be the case. But unfortunately, Joe White is not the farthest up, as Jackson Hadaway in the number 7 car, up 31 positions from the start of the night, beating Joe Hadaway by 2, Joe White by 2, Joe White up 29. So Jackson Hadaway, at the moment, your hard charger. So we will see what happens as we dwindle down the laps. Currently lap number 70 here tonight. We'll wait and see what happens. So we will wait and see here as they come across the stripes now to get double up. So your leader, the 42 of Joe White, using the inside line here. So we will see what happens. with only 23 laps to go, anything is still on the table for tonight. Getting ready to come to the green flag here. We will see what happens next, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down the front straightaway to get ready to go back green flag racing here. Side by side, bumper to bumper, green flag in the air. We're underway here at Talladega. It's Joe White out front, and behind him, that is Jackson Hadaway. Jackson Hadaway right on the bumper of Joe White. The two biggest movers, bumper to bumper right now. Joe Hadaway getting Joe White getting a bad push, going to the outside. It's going to give Jackson Hadaway the lead. Jackson Hadaway going to take the lead from Joe White now. Is Jackson Hadaway up front, being pushed by Daniel Lehman. See if anybody... Oh, no! Joe White goes around and into the 23 car. They go into the wall. Caution is out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's take a look back and see what happened there, folks. We'll see what happened there, but wow. Let's see if we can get a good angle on this. As you see, Joe White, wow, that is a terrible net code is what happened there. As you see, not even near him, still gets turned around and up the track. Nothing you can really do there for either of those drivers. As you see, even if I get closer, there's no contact whatsoever. And he goes around and up the track and in to Ryan Hinderlitter, unfortunately. So terrible case of netcode there, unfortunately. Your leader now, the 7 car, Jackson Hadaway, going the way here are the 11th caution of the night. Officially 24 laps to go. So we will see what happens here, folks. Unfortunate there. Just a terrible case of netcode that caused a big crash here tonight. As you see, these drivers get ready to go back green flag racing, going across the stripe. Should be 1 to go officially this time, I believe. Is not 1 to go. So we'll go around another time to see what happens. I'm gonna turn on some music here, let you guys listen to some nice beats while we get ready to go back green flag racing here. All right, we're back here, ready to go back green flag racing for the remainder 19 laps to see who takes home the win. Currently, Jackson Hadaway in that top spot, Daniel Lehman second, Elijah Fisher third, James McConnell sitting fourth. I'm sorry, James McConnell is sitting fifth, Sean Hamilton sitting fourth. So we will wait and see what happens here, folks. As we get ready to go back green flag racing, folks. Going down the back straightaway. It's been awesome broadcast for you guys. I know it's not the best quality broadcast that I can offer. I'm trying my best, and I hope you are at least enjoying what I have to offer. I hope I can improve it as time goes on. But enough of that. Let's get right back into the racing action here. Jackson Hadaway out front. Daniel Lehman on his outside. Elijah Fisher behind Hadaway. And Sean Hamilton behind Lehman. Let's see who gets the jump. Who controls the race. Who gets control of the front lines. And what happens next. As you see, side by side racing here, getting ready to go green flag racing. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Elijah Fisher right on the bumper of Jackson Hadaway. It is a drag race to the front. As you see, Jackson Hadaway right there, right in front with Elijah Fisher on the bumper. The top lot. Daniel Lehman side drafting off of Hadaway and Fisher. And Lehman gets into Fisher. There's 3 wide. Fisher has to find a way to get back down into the racing surface. He does. But that is still going to give your lead position to Sean Hamilton as Daniel Lehman gets into Elijah Fisher, causing him to go down the racetrack below the double yellow. Here we will see what happens. 77 car of Thomas Hernandez trying to go for a race lead on the low side, on the inside, as Sean Hamilton floating up top and falling back. Thomas Hernandez now showing the way here at Talladega. See what can happen. Elijah Fisher jumping to that high line. See what he can do with that high line as they are nose to tail on that low line. Full sending it right now. Anything can happen here. Any moves can happen. It's crunch time here. As Thomas Hernandez has a blink. Not sure what happened there. He's back though. Thomas Hernandez is back. The 14 car of Matt Siders and the 17 of Jackson Hadaway going to go on the outside of him. So it is now Matt Sider in that top spot on the high side with Jackson Hadaway behind him and Elijah Fisher behind him. That high side is starting to roll now. See what happens here. Elijah Fisher throws the end. Now they're tandem drafted. Very dangerous to do here, but very interesting. See what happens here. And they're all connected. Let's see what happens for the last 15 laps of this race. Solid racing action going on, and here comes Hadaway jumping down to the bottom in front of Thomas Hernandez. Hadaway gonna try to take the lead now. Jackson Hadaway taking the lead from Hernandez. Matt Sider seeing what he could do. It's a drag race. Fisher pushing Sider. Sider up front. Elijah Fisher side by side for second. seeing what he could do. 61 Hamilton pushing, trying to get to the bumper of Elijah, but Hadaway able to make connection with Sider and give him a push. Here's the action, folks. As Sean Hamilton to the outside of Fisher, thinks again about that and jumps to the low line. As Jackson Hadaway being very aggressive with the pushes here. See what he could do as Thomas Hernandez is behind them. Big pushes going on here. Very aggressive pushing going on. So we'll see what happens as Thomas Hernandez closing in on Jackson Hadaway in that 7 car. See what happens. Nobody going to the outside, as the outside just not there right now. As you see side by side from Boyle on back. Peyton Boyle making his way back into the mix of things. So good to see you there. As you see, good hard racing as big pushers being good, and Jackson Hadaway gets pushed out of line, or may have blew up actually. Jackson Hadaway may have just blew up. So we'll keep it. I think Jackson Hadaway blew up. Jackson Hadaway did blow up, unfortunately, guys. So Jackson Hadaway is done tonight. Blew the motor up. We heard it crunch. And that is all she wrote for Jackson Hadaway, unfortunately, out front of this one. Unfortunately, running up front and blew it up. So now, Daniel Lehman out front with Elijah Fisher pushing him. Now, Bobby Hadaway and and Rob Wilhoit on the high side. Rob currently a lap down, seeing what he can do, though, to help out and stay in this race. Bobby trying to side draft a little bit, see if he can get up there. Now Elijah Fisher jumping to the high side. Elijah Fisher wait for some help. Here comes the help, and Bobby Hadaway gets a run on him. Bobby Hadaway jumping around Elijah Fisher in front of him. And here comes Thomas Hernandez now. Thomas Hernandez and the 63 car, Carter Schwab, right there. As Elijah Fisher holding onto that line, trying to keep Bobby Hadaway, Bobby Hadaway is dropping. They go all the way to the high side. Now you got 3 wide racing here with 11 laps to go. Bobby Hadaway jumps to the inside now. This is what I'm talking about. This is Talladega. 3 wide racing. See what happens here as Bobby Hadaway, your leader now, here at Talladega, trying to control the lead as Rob Wilhoit, he tried to keep in the mix. Unfortunately, a lap down, but nonetheless, still keeping in the mix. So lap cars are trying to work around, leaders are trying to work around Rob Wilhoit, but unfortunately, just not able to right now. And laps to go here for this one, folks. You have to wonder, does anybody have anything for Hadaway as they continue down this track, down the back straightaway? Rob Wilhoit rocking our driver cam. Let's go ahead and pull that up, actually. Oh, no, as I said that, a caution. A wreck happens. What happened there? Let's take a look back. Bobby Hadaway involved, the 14 involved. Let's see what happened there, folks. See if we can get a good look at this. Oh no, looks like a push gone wrong by Daniel Lehman. Daniel Lehman gives a push, and it just, unfortunately, did not end well. And unfortunately, that push resulted in Bobby Hadaway going to the wall. Daniel Lehman able to keep it straight, I think. He does. So, unfortunately here, with 9 laps to go, your leader now, John Hamilton, out front. Unfortunately, the 14 car of Matt Siders and Bobby Hadaway in the 52 car involved in that one. We'll have to see where if they end up pitting, if they got too much damage, or what happened there. So, yellow flag out for the 12th time here tonight, folks. As we continue here and wait to see what happens here. Sean Hamilton out front in this one right now. We will see what happens next. Happening on lap number 84 now. It is 8 laps to go the distance. As you see the laps now winding down, the patience thinning out, and drivers are going to start making moves here now, folks. If you haven't pit recently, you want to pit now, as you will get all the way to the end by pitting now. But I don't think anybody needs to necessarily. So looking here at my list, no. Looks like everybody maybe actually everybody last pitted on lap 66 or later. So looks like some pitted on lap 86. Those guys will be all right. Some pitted on lap 70, 61. I'm seeing 66. So wait and see, but it does not look like they're going to pit road. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So as you see, the 61 of Sean Hamilton in that W's machine leading the way here. And you got the 3 car of Peyton Boyle in second. The 88 of James McConnell in third. Elijah Fisher in the 16 in fourth. Cade Cannon in the number 9 in fifth. So that is your top 5 right now. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here, folks. As we get ready to go back green flag racing here shortly. We'll be going green flag racing if they want to go here on lap 88. But we'll wait and see what lap they want to go on. See if they do one more pace lap or if they go green here. Pace car is making the decision to go here. So, yes, 12 cautions indeed. A lot of cautions tonight. So, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Restart's going to be in the control of Sean Hamilton. Outside of him, going to be Peyton Boyle. So getting ready for this one. So we will see what happens here as we go down the back straightaway. Going green officially on lap number 88 for 8 laps the distance to the end of this thing. Can we go all the way, or will we see a caution come out? So coming out of turn number 4 here, folks, you got Sean Hamilton and Peyton Boyle leading the charge to determine what is in store for the final 8 laps. Gonna be interesting here, folks, to say the least. I'm all for it, though. Let's get into some inter-race action. Green flag in the air here. We're back green flag racing. And Peyton Boyle getting the jump this time. Sean Hamilton not able to get the jump, but he actually stays back for the draft. I just realized what he did. He stayed back for the draft, and Elijah Fisher making a small gap work. Wow. Jumping to the bottom with a small opening and making it work. So now Sean Hamilton out front here with 6 laps to go. Everything is on the line here, folks. What's gonna happen here? Caution is out. Caution is out. Have to wait and see what happened here. But caution is out on the racetrack. Being told it was a 47. So let's take a look back here and see what happened. So let's go ahead and take a look here, see what happened with the 47 car. That pink car gets into Joe White a little bit. And the 19 gets into him, and he just goes into the wall and spinning, unfortunately. So we'll take a look at that one again. 47, that Hubble Bubble machine. So it looks like he may have got into Joe White a little bit and pushed him down the racetrack. Joe White pushed him back up the racetrack. Comes down and doesn't look like there's any room, unfortunately, and into the wall he goes. So that is going to bring out your 13th caution of the night here at Talladega Super Speedway. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. So who do we got for your winner here, folks? Do we got Sean Hamilton taking the win? What about James McConnell? Or is it going to be someone like Elijah Fisher? Elijah Fisher been up front a lot of tonight. Could we see Elijah Fisher taking the win? Or could it be somebody that's been leading a lot tonight? That being somebody like the number 77 of Thomas Hernandez, or the 40 of Jason Williams. Anything can happen. Jess Story's back in the mix, up in 12th. Could we see some late race redemption for Jess Story here? Anything can happen here at Talladega. Anything. And I can promise you this is probably not the end. So, with all of that said, as we get ready here tonight, officially, lap 90. So 4 laps to go here now. As they continue to tick down the laps, we wait and see what happens. Multiple drivers have seen heartbreak. Some have seen perseverance. Some have made comebacks. So we will have to just wait and see what happens. Let's talk about green white checkers real quick, just in case we get to that point. So in the case we get to a green, white, checkered, it's very simple here, folks. It's very simple here with the green, white, checkers. It is, they will, if they are giving a green, white, checkered, it will be a, let me see here if I can find it. Thought I seen it earlier. Start 5. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the rules and make sure I got the correct one. So, see if there's any, if we have a specific call out for green, white checkers per se. Here, just trying to pull up the rule book as they get ready to go side by side. I am not seeing anything about restarts. Green, white checkers. One attempt only, I'm being told. So, one and a gun, it looks like. So, 2 laps to go here. So, it will be a green, white checkered, I believe. They'll go green flag. They'll cut back, take the white, and checkered will end the race. So, one attempt only. Thank you for telling me. I did not see that. So, need to read up on the rule book. So as we get ready to go, Sean Hamilton on the inside. Yes, technically this is not an official green-white checkered, so this will not count. But if they have a caution after this, it will be a green-white checkered attempt. So as they get ready here, Sean Hamilton on the inside. On the outside is the 88 of James McConnell. Wait and see what happens. Elijah Fisher behind Sean, and Cade Cannon behind James McConnell. This is it. They're going to go green here, race back to the white flag, and see what happens. If they have a caution before they make it to the white flag, it will result in an official green-white checkered. Pace car making the hard turn down pit road. It is all in the command of Sean Hamilton. Here we go. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We're back underway to decide what happens next. Thomas Hernandez giving a big push to Elijah Fisher, which giving a big push to Sean Hamilton. Big pushes going on everywhere right now. All racing for position here. See what happens here. As you see, they're all spread out 3 wide. 3 wide back here. Single file up in front. And oh no, cars going in down the track, but the caution does not come out. It was a single car incident. Elijah Fisher fighting for real estate. Oh no, Elijah Fisher in the 69. The big one happens. Caution is out. No. Wow. Let's take a look and see what happened there. Wow. Green, white, checkered. It will be a green, white, checkered, folks. Let's take a look back here and see what happened. Wow. As you see there, Elijah Fisher in the 16 car here, fighting for real estate. Thought he was clear, comes down into the 77 of Thomas Hernandez and sends both John Hamilton and Elijah Fisher into the wall. And then the rest happens. That says John Hamilton in the wall. Then the 88 car here. You see the 88 car on your screen. That's James McConnell. Makes contact with the 40 of Josh Williams. You got that, I think that was the 9 car, I believe. See if I can figure out who that was, actually. Hold on, let's rewind that and see who that was. I believe that was the 9 car. It was the 01 car of Jim Bob. That was the 01 of Jim Bob, actually. So the 01 of Jim Bob involved, flying up against the wall and getting pushed in the wall. The 40 of Jason Williams. Wow. So unfortunate there. 77 being sent to the rear. So here we go, folks. It's all or nothing. 11 cars left on the track here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So unfortunately, Thomas Hernandez, a bad push, caused an issue there. And now it's a free-for-all. But let's get your picks in, folks. Who do you think is going to be here at the end? You got Cade Cannon, Peyton Boyle, Jess Story. Jess Story involved in that incident earlier on tonight with your pole sitter tonight. Back up in third. Could we see a comeback story for Jess Story involved in that incident of a bad push earlier? Could we see a comeback for him? You got Maxwell Tigner, Bobby Hadaway involved in that incident earlier on in around caution number 10. You got Bobby Hadaway, Jason Williams. See if he could do something. Daniel Lehman, Mike Hauser, John Henderson, James McConnell, Carter Swab, Thomas Hernandez, and Chris Leota. All that remain on track here tonight, folks. So we will see what happens here. As they ready to go double file. Anything can happen here, folks. It's an all-out brawl. Fists are out. Let them loose. Who makes it to the end? One attempt at a green-white checkered. After that, it's over. Whoever is the leader at the moment of the caution is the winner. So wait and see here, folks. You got Cannon on the inside, Boyle on the outside, Story behind Cannon, and Tigner behind Boyle. It's all come down to this, folks. It's time to crown a winner here at Talladega Super Speedway for race number 7. Put your picks in now, folks. Who do you got taking home the win here tonight? Do you have somebody that's been up front all night, or do you have a wild card? It is going to be a good one here. He's done, he says, unfortunately. Here we go, folks. Side by side. It's all out, all cards on the table now. Let's see what happens. Green flag in the air. We're underway here to decide a winner. You got Cannon on the inside, Boyle on the outside, side by side racing. You got Jess Story, your pole sitter, in the second row inside. See what happens here, folks, as they go down the back straightaway. Jess Story to the inside, to the outside, middle lane. Jason Williams blocking, jumping to the low line. Now Jess Story. Oh, they almost made contact. Bobby Attaway getting loose here. Here they go on the line. Who's it gonna be? They did not make it to the white flag, but it's all over here, folks. They're running to the checkers. It's still anybody's race. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Mike Hauser out front right now. Daniel Lehman behind him. Who's it going to be to take home this one? Does Story, Lehman, or Boyle have anything? Here's a run on the... Mike Hauser gets loose. Here comes Lehman. Here comes Boyle. It's still anybody's race. Here comes Boyle on the bottom, pushing Lehman. Boyle still pushing Lehman to the finish. Story, does he have enough? Does Hauser have enough? Who's it gonna be at the line? It's gonna be Daniel Lehman taking the win here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway with a great push from Peyton Boyle all the way to the finish. Peyton Boyle taking home the win here tonight. I mean, not Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman. Peyton Boyle giving an excellent push all the way to the end. Wow, what a finish here, folks. Let's go ahead and pull up your podium here. Your top three: Daniel Lehman, Peyton Boyle, Mike Hauser. Your top three. Wow. What a win. Peyton Boyle showing some love, pushing him the rest of the way to the front straightaway. Coming to the start-finish line here at the Talladega Super Speedway, taking home the win tonight. And Teresa wins again. No? Teresa, you should have Jim Bob, so it's no contest winner again tonight. Okay. McCall 11, so nobody won, unfortunately. That means we may have the contest up again come Wednesday. We'll have to wait and see. But Daniel Lehman, your winner here tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway, burning it down in front of everybody. Amazing finish by all here, folks, as they burn it down 1 and 2 together on the stripes. Wow, what a race. What a race indeed, folks. It was so good to call. Wow. As you see your top three there, let's go ahead and pull up the results here. Oh, those are not working. Okay, I gotta fix those. And they just blew both their motor. And I think Daniel Lehman just blew his motor. Thank you. Thank you for getting him in Discord. We'll wait for Daniel Lehman here. Wait for him to show up. As wow, what a race. So we'll wait for Daniel Lehman here to join in the channel to talk to me. Go ahead and make sure we have everything going. But wow, what a race, guys. You know, as boring as I am as an announcer, that got exciting at the end. So hopefully come Wednesday, I will have my notes ready. I will be more prepared. I won't be scrambling like I was today. And we'll have a really good broadcast come Wednesday. But wow, what a show to put on tonight. Daniel Lehman, here he is, folks. Daniel Lehman taking home the win here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. Man, what a finish there. Congratulations, sir, on the win. Wow, tell me about it.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I mean that was team play and a little bit of luck because man, I knew that Mike had kind of dragged us out and he had such a run and we all had such a run and I side drafted the guy in the bottom and we just disappeared. But I saw Peyton back there, so I kind of brake dragged a little bit to give myself some room to get a run on Mike. And I just told Peyton, I just said, hit me and we're gonna go left. That's all. Just hit me first, and then we're just gonna go left. And it worked. It
Absolutely.
really worked.
It really did, man. What an impressive run. You were in the position when it mattered most. Man, tell me about the night. 14 cautions total. You and your teammate 1 and 2. Tell me about it.
I mean, it was kind of a mess. I had a lot. If you go back through the replay, I had some like incredible misses, and then I also had I someone showed me their left rear, and I got greedy and took it, and I caused a yellow myself, and I feel bad about that, but I mean it was a game of attrition. A lot of really fast cars got knocked out. A lot of really fast cars I think had connection issues due to the new network update, and it really was Talladega was definitely a game of attrition tonight. And the wise words of Tony Stewart: if we don't ball up or wreck half the field, we might as well just go home.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, you know, that was a great race and run by you. It was a great performance by your team in its entirety. You know, what's this do for you going into next week and going into another week of the Cup Series with the playoffs looming in?
It really helps my points after my rage quit at Mexico, and I mean it gives us some proof that Global's really good at super speedways. We know when to do it. Our training in history really helps us, and man, I like with the playoffs coming, we most of us got a win now, at least in Cup. So we just need to get Max and Miguel as win, and we all got wins going in. I don't
Absolutely.
know if our I don't know if our team is going to continue to be as large as it is coming through to the playoffs, but we'll find out.
Absolutely. Find out here shortly. Well, hey, man, do you got anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out for your victory tonight? I know you already shouted out your teammate, Peyton, but is there anybody else you want to give credit to or thank tonight?
Honestly, this is hilarious. I gotta thank Mike. Mike had big time damage the whole time, and he was like 4 laps down. And I don't think anyone but Mike would have been that polite and not have just doored me down the apron. Like Mike is an absolutely fantastic racer, and I give him some of the credit to this because someone lesser than him could have just ran me all the way down to the yellow or below and taken it and taken the energy out of me, taken the energy out of Peyton. We would have gotten sucked back into the crowd, and he probably would have run away with it. So, I give him a lot of credit you know, for being sincere and true to being a great driver.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on your win tonight, and will we see you next week?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm running the whole season. You'll keep seeing me until I'm not allowed to no more.
All right, sounds good. Well, your winner here tonight, the number 10 of Daniel Lehman, taking home the win here at Talladega. So as we get ready to move, we'll go ahead and move in. Your second place finisher being Peyton Boyle finishing. Peyton Boyle here finishing second place. Man, team effort right there. What do I say? Could have taken it all for yourself, but instead you chose to be a teammate, push Daniel to the win. Man, what do you gotta say about it?
I think that there's a lot that I could say. I want to thank my team for sticking with it and just being absolutely awesome. I mean, we had five of us in there tonight. Miguel ended up being completely taken out earlier in a wreck. Even I got caught up in a wreck and had 5.5 minutes of damage. I think all of us got caught up in a wreck actually, but we kept our heads in it. We kept fixing the damage. We eventually got our cars where we needed to be, and we got three out of the top five global. So I mean, it's been a really solid run for all of us. Jess joined us a little bit later in the season, so we're trying to get him up there. So I mean, a win last week and P5 this week's doing pretty, or P4 actually, my bad. Doing really well, and I could have taken it, but I also saw that 43 and the 9 coming on the high side or whoever it was, but they had a run and I was like, I'm not going to take a chance of us um getting that win taken away from us. So we'll move on with a second place finish. That's good points day for us, and I gained on the points leader, so it's all good. And I think I gained on pretty much everyone today, hopefully, outside of Daniel because he won. But yeah, so it's just stacking these good runs, especially at these wild card tracks. I mean, you just never know what's gonna happen. So
Absolutely. Tell me, we've seen a lot of cautions throughout this race, total of 14 cautions. You know, what does that do for a driver like yourself? I believe you also got involved in an incident, one or two incidents here tonight. What's that do for a driver's like standpoint, like throughout the race? Does your patience start to thin a little bit? Does it start to get a little annoying? Like, what goes through the mind there?
it's definitely a little annoying. I mean, especially when we had like all those cautions with like 2 laps in between them. Because I mean, it's just people being way too aggressive, especially right after we had a yellow. I mean, people are making it 3 wide. We had a few guys that were just blinking the entire night, and it was kind of frustrating because there was no way to actually like help them because you can't push them, otherwise you're gonna spin them, and being behind them is just, oh, I can't make contact, so I have to be off the throttle, and so I think that caught a lot of people out as well because I mean, there was a couple wrecks that were just caused by lag or the blinking. So I mean, it's a combination of things, and it does get really frustrating. But I'm just glad that we were able to keep our heads in it and come out with a really nice finish for global.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. It was a good run by you, good run by your whole team. Is there anybody you got to thank? Anybody you want to shout out for your second place finish here tonight?
I just gotta thank my team. My team's really great. We are constantly showing that we're one of the big forces in this league. And I mean, now Daniel's got to win. Jess has got to win. Eventually, I'm gonna get one, but we'll wait another week or maybe a few before I get one. But we'll move on to next week and just really thankful for my team.
Absolutely. How are you feeling about next week going from Talladega to Chicagoland?
Well, I was doing really well in the truck until unfortunately incidents happened. Uh, we
Yeah,
still we still don't see eye to eye on what actually happened. I felt like it was too soon for him to not lift, but at the end of the day, I got turned. I turned myself, whatever way you want to look at it. But hopefully, me being fast in the truck translates to me being fast in the Gen 6. Um, may debut a new paint scheme next week. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back to something normal.
absolutely. Well, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Peyton Boyle taking home second place. We'll see you next week, my friend.
Thank you.
Mike Hauser taking home third place here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway, up 26 positions from the drop of the green flag, man. What a run. What do you guys say about it?
Dude, I have no idea because if you would have asked me where if you would have told me I'd been finishing third in this race like halfway through, I'd call you crazy because I'm sure you saw, but I got caught up in one of those first big wrecks and I went like 6 laps down just trying to get the required repairs done. But my boys at Pristine Performance, they told me to keep in it and to just, you never know what could happen. And, we kind of got lucky. We were catching yellows, and I was fortunate to be the lucky dog on a decent chunk of them. And we somehow got back on the lead lap for like the last couple laps. And I don't even know how I got the lead there, to be honest with you. I guess they were so focused on side drafting on those bottom 2 lanes that I got so far out in front. And I knew it probably wasn't going to end well for me just being that far out, and I was right. I mean, all those guys, I think the Daniel, Peyton, Jess, they were all teammates, so they're going to work together and spit me out. So um, I was very fortunate to come home with a P3 after that. I honestly, I'm kind of lost for words right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always feels good to come home with a decent finish, especially after a race like that. What's it do for you? What's it do for you points wise? You're the current points leader here in the Cup Series. What's that do for you? Starting finishing here tonight, third place. You got a you got a 51 point gap behind you from Travis Farmer. What's that kind of do for you, and what's that kind of look like going into the Chicagoland next week?
I mean, it's going to do numbers. Like I said, there was a point in this race where I thought, like, man, I might lose the points lead here because Elijah was running well. I mean, Travis disconnected, but I knew Elijah, who wasn't far behind Travis, was running well. And yeah, I think we're going to extend that gap tonight after a P3. I suck at these super speedways, and I made that very clear. So coming on with a P3 at Talladega is just going to give us more momentum and a lot of confidence heading into this next stretch of races. Where, I mean, Chicago, I think I'm decent at, but I'm really looking forward to like Indy, and I really had a really good run there last season. And beyond that, the low downforce tracks like Dover, Bristol, all those tracks I have a lot of speed at. So just got to keep managing that gap. And we survived Talladega, and I think if I can survive the super speedways, I think we'll be able to manage that point gap pretty well if we don't have any bad luck come our way.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your third place finish. Is there anybody you want to thank for your third place finish here tonight?
Yeah, thank you for putting on the broadcast. Thank you to the admins for putting the league on, and thank you to Aaron for putting up with that with race control tonight. It was kind of a messy one. I want to thank all my teammates, Pristine Performance, Josh Henderson, and Justin Greenlee. They battled even harder than me tonight, and Justin was probably in one of the best spots to go win that thing, but he got caught up in a wreck and was able to rebound to top 10. Josh was able to rebound to a sixth place. So I hate it for my boys that they weren't able to get a better finish, but proud of them. And justice for Pacey. That's all I'm going to say. Justice for Pacey Widgeon.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your third place finish here tonight. We will see you next week at Chicagoland. Excited to see how you do.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, folks, that is all she wrote here tonight as the lights go down at the Talladega Super Speedway. Let's go ahead and highlight some important facts. 14 cautions tonight. Our big mover of the race goes to Justin Greenlee in the number 70 car, up 27 positions from the start of tonight's race. So congratulations to him. Your winner, Daniel Lehman, Peyton Boyle, Mike Hauser. Your top five, Daniel Lehman, Peyton Boyle, Mike Hauser, Jess Story, Cade Cannon. Going to the top 10, that's Josh Henderson, 6th, Thomas Hernandez, 7th, 8th, Justin Greenlee, 9th, Maxwell Tigner, and 10th, Jason Williams. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. And thank you to the Inspired Racing League for letting me put on tonight's broadcast. I know it wasn't the most most entertaining broadcast. There's some things I definitely need to clean up on. There's some things that I need to get situated that that I didn't have in place that I should have. We'll get that all taken care of, and we'll be back. So look forward. See you all Wednesday. Harvick, it was Justin Greenley in the number 70 car who got hard charger, up 27 positions from the start of tonight's race. I thought I mentioned that. I want to make sure you heard that, though. I know you asked about that, so I want to make sure you heard that and stuff. So, but with all that said, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight's broadcast. Thank you to the Inspired Racing League for letting me put on tonight's broadcast. Thank you to all. And we will see you all Wednesday. If you're, I hope you guys have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night, guys. Bye bye.